Travel Log. Things to do and places to go while you're in Europe.
For those living in or visiting West Germany, a trip into the past can be as easy as looking around the next corner. In central Germany, officials of the state of Hesse have taken pains to preserve some of the best examples of the region's architecture. And it can all be seen at Hessen Park, just outside the metropolis of Frankfurt am Main. Hessen Park is a combination zoo, park, and open-air museum.
Since 1974, we have the first buildings rebuilt. All buildings are original buildings. We can show to the visitors farmhouses, a church, a school, a city house, and a guest house.
The structures in Hessen Park were all destined for destruction only a few years ago, but they were saved by carefully taking them apart, timber by timber, brick by brick, and reassembling them in the pastoral setting of Hessen Park in the Taunus Mountains. Schools, churches, farms, and homes reconstructed and furnished just as they were when originally built. But Hessen Park is more than just a museum. The spacious grounds provide a home for the kind of animals that were a daily part of life centuries ago, including some that are rarely seen in our modern times.
Oh, we won't give in. Let's go living in the past.
Public transportation to Hessen Park starts at Frankfurt's main train station, the Hauptbahnhof. Those traveling to Hessen Park by car can get there easily from Frankfurt by following the signs to Bad Homburg. After entering Bad Homburg, there are signs that will guide you directly to Hessen Park, open every day except Monday, for your opportunity to do some living in the past.
Oh, we won't give in. Let's go living in the past. Oh, no.
After visiting Hessen Park, why not see its next-door neighbor, Saalburg? There, you can travel even further into the past. For over 2 centuries, until around the year 260 AD, the Romans ruled Saalburg. It was never a major fort, it was an auxiliary post, a place for reserve soldiers to live as they supervised the mining of precious lime abundant in the surrounding Taunus Mountains. Between 1898 and 1907, Saalburg was reconstructed after years of neglect. Today, it resembles as closely as possible the Saalburg of 2,000 years ago. Many of the buildings inside the fort are actually museums. You, or anyone else for that matter, can see how the most powerful people of their time lived. You can even see some of the people themselves. For any history buff, a trip to Saalburg is a day filled with fascination. It's a chance to see what helped make Rome an empire.
If you're a military buff, you should probably get some satisfaction out of it as far as how the place was built and the types of weapons and the artifacts here that are available for viewing. One thing that impressed me was the Roman crossbows that were mounted in the one of the wings of the museum there. They were like a pretty impressive weapon, and probably could do some kind of damage to it.
Now, if you'd like to visit Saalburg, you can do so for a small fee. It's open every day of the week from 8 till 5, and English pamphlets are available. By the way, whatever happened to the Saalburg of Roman times? They never lost it to warring tribes or anything like that. Around the year 260 AD, they simply abandoned it and headed home to Rome.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to just take off to the country for a while and get away from it all? To enjoy the simple, unhurried pace and charm of country living? Well, on this spotlight, we'll see what living and working on a farm is really like.